Number 1. Waving could start a fight. In Greece, some of the most common hand gestures in the world can get you in serious trouble. Raise your hand with your palm facing forward like you're politely saying stop. That's called a moutsa, and it's one of the most offensive gestures in Greek culture. Rooted in ancient punishments where criminals were smeared with ash and paraded in shame. The moutsa is basically like saying, "You're disgusting," but wait, it gets more confusing. A nod upward means no, while nodding down means yes. And the OK sign in the wrong context. It can carry a vulgar meaning if you're not careful. A simple wave or head nod could turn a friendly moment into an awkward standoff. Welcome to Greece, where non-verbal language speaks louder than words. Number 2. A cave that messes with time. Just 20 minutes from Athens lies Daedalus Cave, a place that feels ripped from a sci-fi movie. Step inside, and strange things start to happen. Phones lose signal, cameras glitch, and watches stop ticking. One group reportedly stayed for just 10 minutes, but when they emerged, over 2 hours had passed on their watches. Some say they've seen a flickering blue light deep within the cave that vanishes as you approach. The walls are etched with mysterious symbols, triangles, spirals, markings no one has been able to decode. Scientists have studied it for decades and found no logical explanation. Locals whisper about portals, ancient rituals, and lost time, whether myth or reality. One thing's for sure, this is no ordinary cave. It's Greece's very own glitch in the Matrix. Number 5. Women who look like goddesses and think like scholars. Stroll through Athens or Santorini, and you might feel like you've stepped into a myth with sun-kissed skin, naturally wavy hair, and flowing white dresses that catch the sea breeze. Many Greek women look like they've walked straight out of a temple dedicated to Aphrodite, but their power goes far beyond appearances. Over 63% of university students in Greece are female. Most speak 2 or more languages. And in cities like Thessaloniki, they dominate fields from business to medicine, in love. They're known for being fiercely loyal and deeply expressive, but also firm in setting boundaries. Fall in love with a Greek woman, and you're not just marrying her, you're becoming part of her entire family network, mothers included. They balance tradition and independence like no one else, living proof that modern goddesses are very real. Number 4. From Alpha to Cosmos, Greek is everywhere. You may not speak Greek, but Greek speaks through you literally. Words like democracy, physics, theater, cosmos, even alphabet all come from ancient Greek. And that's no accident. Greek is one of the oldest living languages in the world, with over 400 years of recorded history. It was the first alphabet to include vowels, and it laid the foundation for Latin and Cyrillic, the scripts used across Europe today, in science, medicine, and mathematics. Ancient Greek remains the root of hundreds of modern terms. Think biology, geometry, symphony, telephone, you name it. Even the word alphabet. It's just the first 2 Greek letters, alpha and beta. So next time you use logic to solve a problem or talk about chaos in your life, thank Greece. Their words helped shape our entire way of thinking. Number 5. Where water flows uphill. In the mountains near Athens, there's a road that breaks every law of physics. On a stretch locals call the Ghost Road. If you turn off your car and put it in neutral, it rolls uphill. Pour water on the road. It flows backward against gravity. Even measuring equipment shows a downward slope, but your eyes insist it's going the other way. Some call it an optical illusion. Others blame magnetic fields, but no one has a solid answer. Just a few kilometers away lies the Bermuda Triangle of Greece, a sea zone where GPS vanish. Boat lights flicker, and over 8,000 people have been mysteriously found drifting on life rafts with no memory of how they got there. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe Greece is hiding more than just ancient secrets. Number 6. Eating like the gods, literally. Want to live longer? Eat like a Greek. Greece is one of the countries with the highest life expectancy in the world, averaging around 82 years. The secret? The Mediterranean diet. This isn't just about food. It's a UNESCO-recognized cultural heritage. Greeks eat whole grains, fresh veggies, seasonal fruits, legumes, fresh fish, olive oil, and yes, a little red wine. Everything is locally sourced, minimally processed, and full of flavor. From crispy gyros on the street, to grilled souvlaki skewers and sweet loukoumades drizzled in honey, every bite tells a story. Even their national drink, ouzo, is made for slow sipping, not fast shots. In Greece, food is not just nourishment, it's ritual, identity, and celebration. And maybe, just maybe, it's the closest thing to immortality we've got. Number 7. Laws. Written in blood. Ancient Greece gave the world democracy, philosophy, and some of the most brutal laws in human history. In the 7th century BC, Athens introduced the draconian laws so harsh that even petty theft or unpaid debts could be punished by death. People used to say these laws were not written in ink, but in blood. And if you weren't a free male citizen, life was even worse. Slavery was rampant. In Athens, over half the population were slaves working in mines, homes, and fields. In Sparta, a slave class called helots was so large, Spartans held yearly ritual hunts just to keep them in fear. Today, we admire ancient Greece for its genius, but beneath the marble temples and philosophical debates was a world of unimaginable cruelty. The birthplace of civilization wasn't always civilized. Number 8. Festivals worthy of the gods. In Greece, festivals aren't just events, they're epic spectacles that feel straight out of mythology. Take Apokris, the Greek version of Carnival. For 3 weeks, cities like Patras erupt in costume parades, street dancing, and wild music. Think Venice meets Dionysus. Then comes Orthodox Easter, the most important celebration of the year. At midnight, people light white candles to symbolize the resurrection, filling the streets with rivers of flame. The next morning, a massive lamb feast, red egg battles, and loud laughter echoing through villages. But the most magical moment happens in summer, the Athens and Epidaurus Festival. Imagine sitting in a 2,000-year-old open-air theater under the stars, watching classical Greek tragedies performed exactly where they were born, every whisper echoing through stone like thunder. In Greece, festivals don't just celebrate culture, they revive ancient spirits. Number 9. A capital crushed by tourists. Athens is one of the oldest cities on Earth, home to the Acropolis, the Parthenon, and over 300-400 years of history. But today, the city is struggling to breathe. With a population of just 3 million, Athens now receives up to 8 million tourists per year. Neighborhoods like Plaka and Monastiraki are so overcrowded in summer that locals can barely walk outside. Airbnbs have replaced family homes, Souvenir shops have taken over quiet streets. Even the Acropolis now limits visitors to 20,000 per day. Divided into time slots, some Athenians say they feel like extras in a museum, trapped in a city built for photos, not for life. But the city is pushing back, tightening short-term rental laws, supporting local artists, and trying to revive community life. Athens may be ancient, but it's still fighting for its soul. Number 10. A country where saints matter more than birthdays. Over 90% of Greeks follow Eastern Orthodox Christianity, and it's not just a religion, it's a way of life. Walk through any neighborhood, and you'll find churches on every corner, icons in taxis, candles in homes, and crosses hung in grocery stores. But here's what surprises most visitors in Greece. Name days are often celebrated more than birthdays. Each day on the Orthodox calendar honors a saint. If you're named after one, like George, Maria, or Dimitri, you get your own special day with gifts, guests, and food galore. In churches, there are almost no seats. Why? Because worshippers stand throughout long services, seen as a sign of respect and humility, and to protect against misfortune. Greeks wear mati charms, blue eye-shaped amulets, believed to ward off the evil eye. Faith isn't tucked away in private, it's woven into daily life. From street rituals to family traditions. Number 11. The tiny country that moves the world. Greece might be small in size, but it holds up 3 giant pillars of its economy, and each one touches the world. First, tourism. With iconic spots like Santorini, Athens, and Mykonos, Greece welcomes up to 30 million tourists a year, nearly 3 times its population. This industry alone fuels 20% of the country's GDP, creating jobs everywhere, from seaside taverns to luxury resorts. Second, shipping. Greece owns the largest merchant fleet on Earth, accounting for a staggering 20% of global shipping capacity. Its ships carry goods between Asia, Europe, and Africa every single day. And third, olive oil. Greece is the world's 3rd largest producer, with over 160 million olive trees, many of which are centuries old and still bearing fruit. Over 80% of the oil is extra virgin, the highest grade. From the global economy to your kitchen table, Greece moves more than just hearts, it moves the planet. Number 12. How Greece lost an empire. Today, Greece ranks 95th in the world by size but once. It was an empire that stretched from Europe to Egypt and India. So, what happened in ancient times? Greece wasn't one nation, it was a loose collection of city-states like Athens, Sparta, and Corinth, constantly at war. Then came Alexander the Great. By age 32, he had conquered Persia, Egypt, and reached India, spreading Greek culture across continents. But his sudden death triggered chaos. His empire shattered as generals grabbed power, carving it into separate kingdoms. Rome soon swept in, absorbing Greek lands one by one. Then, in the 15th century, the Ottoman Empire took over, ruling Greece for nearly 400 years. Only in 1830 did Greece regain independence, claiming back just a fragment of what once was. Today, ancient ruins stand as silent reminders of a civilization that once ruled the known world and then lost it all. Number 13. Culture shocks. That'll leave you blushing in Greece. Think raising your hand to say stop is polite. In Greece, it's a major insult. Showing your palm to someone's face is called the moutsa, a gesture dating back to ancient times that means "I curse you," and nodding. Be careful, in most places, nodding means yes, but in Greece, an upward nod means no, and a downward nod means yes. You could be getting rejected and not even know it. And that okay hand sign, in some contexts here, it's rude, even sexual, especially when paired with a sarcastic grin. The safest bet, just give a thumbs up. Also, don't mistake Greek conversations for arguments. Locals often talk loudly, wave their hands, and get very expressive. But that's just normal chatting. Stay too quiet. Avoid eye contact. Or mumble during meals. People might think you're rude or upset. In Greece, it's not just what you say, it's how you say it that counts. Number 14. Greek women, living goddesses among us. Walk the streets of Athens or stroll through a seaside village in Santorini, and you might feel like you've stepped into Mount Olympus, with sun-kissed skin, bold eyes, naturally curly hair, and confident poise. Greek women often look like they've walked straight out of mythology. But their beauty isn't delicate. It's strong, earthy, and magnetic. Flowing white dresses, golden accessories, and wind-tossed hair add to their goddess-like aura, yet beyond looks. Greek women are among the most educated in Europe, with over 63% of university students being female. Most speak 2 to 3 languages. Balance modern careers and still stay deeply connected to their families and traditions. In love, they are passionate and honest. They care deeply, love clearly, but never lose themselves in the process. And yes, marrying a Greek woman often means marrying her entire extended family. If you're lucky enough to win her heart, be ready for a home full of laughter, olive oil, and opinions. Number 15. The ancient blueprint of the modern world. Democracy, philosophy, geometry, the Olympics. These aren't just school subjects, they're Greek inventions. Over 2,000 years ago, Athens gave the world its first democracy, where citizens voted by raising hands in public squares. The word democracy itself comes from demos people and kratos power. Greek thinkers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle laid the foundation for logic, ethics, science, and even university education. Euclid wrote the book on geometry literally. Pythagoras gave us that triangle formula you probably hated in school. Archimedes invented levers, pulleys, and even early flame weapons. And in 776 BC, Greece launched the first Olympic Games, honoring Zeus. The torch still burns today. Greece isn't just a destination, it's the blueprint of modern civilization. Every time you vote, think critically, solve for X, or cheer at the Olympics. You're echoing the spirit of ancient Greece. And that was our countdown of 15 mind-blowing facts about Greece, from ancient gods to modern-day goddess energy, from secret festivals to lost empires. If this video gave you a whole new perspective on Greece, leave a comment and let us know. Which fact surprised you the most? Was it the floating cars, the 90% Christian culture, or maybe the goddess next door? Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our next deep dive into hidden wonders around the world. We've got more adventures, stories, and strange truths coming your way soon. Until next time, travel smart, stay curious, and never stop exploring. Yasu from Greece.